So look, the 2025 NBA draft is over. Most people are still talking about the big names such as your Cooper Flags, your Dylan Harpers, and your Ace Baileys. And fair enough, they all got the hype and potential and massive expectations to do something with their franchises. But if you look a little closer and you really pay attention to just what wins the NBA Rookie of the Year, there's this one name that stands out to me, and that's VJ Edgecombe. He just got drafted to the Sixers, and honestly, I believe that's the perfect spot for him. I'm not saying he's the most hyped or flashiest rookie, but when you look at the opportunity, skill set, mindset, and team fit, VJ just might be the guy that actually brings home the rookie trophy. Let me break down why exactly. So, if you're not familiar with VJ, let me catch you up real quick. This dude has had a steady but quiet rise to the top. He was born in the Bahamas and then he moved to Florida, where he played at Long Island Lutheran. Then he took his game to the college level at Baylor, where he just kept getting better and better. Now, see, what I love about VJ is that nothing about his journey has been handed to him. He wasn't the most talked about guy from day one, and he's had to earn everything as such. He's an outright competitor. He works hard and he plays like he belongs. At 6'5", with the NBA ready body and a relentless motor, he's not just one of those athletic guards who just dunks on people and calls it a day. He plays real basketball that NBA teams need. So that means playing at both ends of the floor, displaying a high IQ on both offense and defense, and he doesn't need the ball in his hands 24/7. Overall, he's just solid, and solid goes a long way in this league, especially as a rookie. Now, let's talk about his actual game for a second. BJ's got that three-level scoring potential that NBA teams just love. He's explosive at attacking the rim, but he's not out of control. He's physical, but he plays like he's not afraid of any sort of contact. And he can finish right through it. Now, that's something a lot of young guys struggle early on in the league, especially against NBA level rim protection. But not only is this a slasher, he's got a decent pull up, especially from the mid range area, and his 3 point shot, it's ever improving. He's comfortable spotting up, and he's starting to show flashes of off the ball movement as well. Defensively is where I think he'll be making a lot of his noise early on as the season continues. One thing I could tell for sure, he's locked in, he knows how to compete on and off the ball, and rotates very well. You could tell he's been coached very well, and he actually gives a damn about team defense. That alone will earn him minutes, especially on this star studded Philadelphia roster. But as we know from last year, they were ravaged through injuries, with the likes of Paul George going down, Joel Embiid as well, and the potential last year Rookie of the Year candidate, Jared McCain, which we saw he was front runner, but got injured last minute. That's exactly the moment where we saw Stephon Castle leapfrog over Jared McCain on the rankings and end up winning the award. He proved that not only playing at a high level as a rookie obviously nets you the award, but it's the fact that you could stay healthy, and that's what all that matters in the grand scheme of things. All right, so let's talk about some of the other rookies for a minute and why I think their cases are a little bit stretched. So let's talk with the number one overall pick, Cooper Flag. Type is crazy, upside amazing, defensively great too. It's just that I think with the whole like antics surrounding the Dallas Mavericks and the Luca trade, the amount of like stars that they have on the roster currently, so your Kyrie's, your Anthony Davis. I know Kyrie has the ACL injury, so it'll take a while for him to get back, but he'll be playing with a relatively healthy Anthony Davis and Clay Thompson and some other guys over there. But I think it could be a make or break kind of situation for him. We'll have to wait and see, but I think the fit is not the best right now for him, but let's see how it goes. I just think right now VJ's got the edge over him on that. Now, with Dylan Harper's case, smooth, great size, great finishing, just overall a really polished game. The only problem is he's on that loaded San Antonio Spurs roster at the moment, so he's probably not going to get the most amount of touches with it. And the problem is you need those kind of touches to get shot. Lastly, with Ace Bailey, I think his problem is the antics kind of surrounding already. Like it's worth that thing. We saw like the debacle surrounding like the amount of like teams he rejected for like training and workouts and all that before getting drafted. So that might play an effect, and also like Utah and their system where it's right now the entire roster is young, so it might be a lot of like just kind of egos kind of clashing to see like who really wants it. So yeah, I'm not saying VJ Edgecombe is gonna run away with the award, but when you really look at what it takes to win the award, the amount of minutes, the fit, the role, obviously the health and the consistency, I just think VJ checks all the boxes. Given all the aforementioned players and also like the other like top 10 or maybe top 15 guys that were drafted. So let me know, who do you guys think will win? That's my take. Any sleeper picks or absolutely disagree with my take, please let me know in the comments below. But if you made it to the end of the video, I do appreciate you listening along, and that was all. Till next time.